Are these pastels or watercolors or are these inks? Well, these Inktense blocks claim to be all three. It's Spotlight Saturday and I'm shining the light on Derwent Inktense Blocks. Welcome to Conversations with Canvas, your go-to space for painting demos, art tips and art supply reviews. It's letter K for my still life paint challenge and I'm painting this ketchup sachet, and I thought it would be a great idea to use my Derwent Inktense block for this demo. I'll also share how different they are from watercolors and dry chalks and the techniques you can use with these Inktense blocks. There's a QR code at the back of the Derwent tin box, and if you scan it, you'll be directed directly to the Derwent website where they share techniques as well as a lot of information about how to use these blocks. Now these blocks come in a range of a lot of colors. You have 12, 24, 36, 72. Also they are available in a jumbo XL size. And these Inktense colors are also available in pencils. Now these are pigment based, that means they are pretty strong. I think the first step to know any art supply is to do color swatches. So I'm doing color swatches of my 24 set block, and I feel this is the best way that you can understand the pigment strength, also the transparency or the opacity of the colors. For these Derwent Inktense blocks, I'm using my damp watercolor brush. This 24 set has a wide range of colors. It has 2 yellows, 5 reds, 5 blues, 5 greens, 4 browns, 1 grey, black and a white. There are quite a few ways that you could use these Derwent Inktense blocks. I use them dry like pastels and then activate them with water. The pigment is truly strong over here and you can see how vibrant and intense this blue is. I also use them like watercolors most of the time. That is, you grab the color from the block using a wet brush. Lastly, an interesting way to use these blocks is to just grate them and mix them with water in a small cup, and then you could add this mix into a spray bottle and guess what? You have your own customized spray paint. Now that I've shared the technique of using these blocks, it's time to get back to this week's challenge, that is K for ketchup, and I'm sketching the outline directly using a Micron 0.1 pen. I don't do a basic pencil sketch or a light charcoal sketch because this pen is water resistant and therefore it will not react with the inks when I add in water. Now if you're wondering what is so special about these Inktense blocks, they look so similar to watercolor pans. So I'll let you know that there is a big difference. Firstly, these Inktense blocks are truly very vibrant and intense and bold colors. Secondly, when they dry, they become permanent. That is, you cannot reactivate them like the watercolors. Watercolors, if they dry, they're still going to be activated when you add in more water. But with these Inktense blocks, they do not get activated with water. They dry permanent, so they are very good if you want to glaze in some colors. I'm done with the sketch and it's now time to add in the color. I'll be using the watercolor techniques with these blocks. That is, I'll be doing the wet on wet technique as well as the wet on dry technique. I'm starting off with soft washes of reds and just adding in the darker tones in a wet on wet style. I'm loving how vibrant these reds are and also how easy it is to create depth with these blocks because of the wide range of colors and also because how intense the pigments actually are. I want to add in more darker colors and more details on the red sachet, especially around the edges and the folds to give it more shape and depth. But for now, I'll just let the reds dry and I'm shifting my attention on other areas like the center logo and also the main part, that is the splashed ketchup area. Now for that splashed ketchup area, I want it to look really messy and have a lot of transparent areas and look like someone did really squeeze that sachet and made a big mess out of it. Also you can see I'm not going in with reds over here. I'm going in with yellow ochre and also I'm adding in a touch of orange into it and splattering and splashing in color so that it looks really messy. It's now time to ground this sachet, and for that I'm going to be adding in the shadows. Now instead of painting a dull grey for the shadows, I'm going to make it more dynamic by mixing the blues with the reds. Now this not only creates a bold contrast, but you can see that it is also making the reds look more vibrant. The painting will be done with just a few touches of darker reds and some white highlights to create more contrast. I'll be using a white acrylic marker for that. Now my verdict on these Inktense blocks. I have these since quite some time. You can see that they have been really loved a lot. I love how bold and versatile these colors are. Whether you use them as pastels or watercolors, you always get amazing permanent results. And there you have it, an in-depth look at the Derwent Inktense blocks with a quick pen and ink demo using a mix of the dry and wet techniques. Now, is there any other medium that you'd want me to review? Do drop in your suggestions in the comments below. Also next week is letter L and I can't wait to share what I'll be painting next. Until next time, take care, keep creating, and I'll see you soon for more art magic on Conversations with Canvas. Bye.